Hey guys, John here once again for Plus One Daily. Honored, grateful, thankful that you have decided to spend a few minutes with me today as we dive into, I'm going to do the book review on Sunday, but I finished it. I finished the book. This is the book I was talking to you guys about on Monday. It was called The Top 1% by Dan Strutzel. Fantastic book. It's a really good book about personal development. And what's really cool about this book is not that you read something and it's like, man, I've never heard that before. What a revelation. He, again, frames stuff that you might already know and puts it in a very easy-to-digest format and an actionable thing. And just reading it got me fired up. I was really, really fulfilled. That's the best word I could come up with. I was really fulfilled after I finished this book. So one of the last lessons of putting the book all into a big, nice, beautiful package to dish out to the world, it was kind of three things that he mentioned really make you a success. And he said if you focus on these three things, it brought everything, like I said, into a nice big package with a little ribbon on it and presented it to the reader. And I wanted to go over three of those things today because it's obviously, techniques and tips that you learn throughout the years of personal development and growth and the whole nine. But the way that he wrote this, I thought it was really, really cool in a little 3-point message to kind of bring it all home that you could definitely use for your business in your life that will help you get the most and become, as the book says, find exceptional success. So these three things, I'm going to go over each of them and hopefully you guys get some value from this and gets you fired up to read this book because it's a really, really good book and I do really recommend it. So the first thing he said is that you need to get connected. And what does that mean? Well, if you're spiritual, you get connected to your creator. If your family is priority, you get connected to your family. If your business and community is priority, you're getting connected to your community and business people and networks. What that means, get connected, is community. Relationships. That's the big word, relationships. So you need relationships, he says, to fulfill yourself, to get the juices flowing. So what can you do? Well, for me, I don't know if you guys, hopefully you guys are my friend on Facebook. If not, the Facebook link will be in this post, I'm sure. But what I did, I asked for people to recommend some Facebook groups to me, some networking groups, because I know that my business, my brand, my ability to help more people, I can't be in a little bubble. I can't be in my little comfort zone. I need to spread my wings and fly. So how do you do that? You do that by connecting with other like-minded people. You get that by building relationships with other people. This is huge. This is kind of the foundation for the next two steps in this little process. But get out there, the big nugget, get out there and get connected and build relationships with like-minded people, and it's going to give you a solid foundation to move on to the next step. So this next one, he said, get real. That was the second one. It was get real. And what that was for me was being true to yourself. Now, I wrote this down in my journal, literally, when did I write this down? This is probably 4 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote this. This is one of my older journals. And I wrote down my 3 vital functions. My 3 vital functions. Content creation, media representation, advertising, and marketing. Those are my 3 vital functions for my business, but also for my relationships, for my community. If I'm focusing on these 3 vital functions and learning and growing specifically in those areas, instead of trying to be a jack of all trades, I'll be able to give more value to my business and to my customers and community. This is huge. This is a big, big, big nugget where a lot of people give up too soon is because they haven't found that aha moment. They haven't found that thing that they truly love and are good at. This is some self-discovery. This is some, gut check time. This is you and a piece of paper and a pad and a pen and a piece of paper, pad, and a pen. Man, I got problems. A piece of paper and a pen and doing some discovery. What am I good at? What do I love doing? What are some things that can add value to my business, but not only that, add value to the relationships I'm going to be building? So get real was the second part of this little formula. The third part and the final part was to get passionate. Now, I know passion is a buzzword. A lot of people don't like the word passion. I get it. I understand it, because the majority of the times people just throw passion out there like they throw the word love out, right? There's got to be something behind the word. You can't just say you're passionate. There has to be action behind it. But the nugget here, and I learned this from Gary Vaynerchuk when he wrote the book Crush It, you got to love what you do. Because if you don't love what you do, you're never going to find your 3 vital functions. And if you don't love what you do and you're not passionate about it, you're not going to find like-minded people. So you see how this is it brings it all together, because these are 3 things that if you focus on, if you pay top of mind to this stuff, it's a solid foundation to ride the waves of entrepreneurship. It's the peaks and valleys. It will keep you going. So you got to love what you do. If you love what you do, you're going to be passionate about it. People will see that. You're going to give more value, again, to your business and your partners and your networks, but also to the relationships you're going to be building. You're going to be passionate about it. You're going to be fired up about it. You're going to find your 3 vital functions, because you're going to love what you do, and it will all have this trickle-down effect, and it's going to bring it all home. So that was the big nugget I got from this. This was, again, a really, really good book. I highly recommend it, and I will do the full review of it on Sunday in a couple of days from now. So, yeah, definitely a cool book, and a really fulfilling book after you finished reading it. It's a quick read, only about 200 pages long, really short chapters, so you can digest this pretty quickly, but the message was really great. I really, really like this book. So, that's it. The Bring It All Home. You want to get connected. You want to get real and be true to yourself, and you want to get passionate about what you do. And you do that, you stay the course, you will have some amazing results. Thanks again, guys, for watching Plus One. Be sure to share Plus One. Tell your friends and family about Plus One, and let's really make this a movement to be better at sunset than we were at sunrise. Toodles.